I've been a member of the Labor Party or involved with the Labor Party for all my adult life, so I'm committed to it. I didn't need a long time to think about it, to learn about it and learn the policies. And being a dairy farmer's daughter, whenever you milk the cow, the cream always rises to the top. So if I may be as presumptuous as saying that a long campaign isn't necessarily a good campaign. And the women and men of Mount Gambier, I trust, will be able to make a decision with, I believe it's about a 40-day campaign, and for the Labor Party, that's plenty of time here in Mount Gambier.
So when did you decide?
We've looked, and the Labor Party has looked at various candidates, and various people have thought about it. I stood at the last state election for the upper house, and it's been in the back of my mind for several months. And I realised that this is something I really want to do. I want to represent the people of Mount Gambier, so I put my name forward as a nomination and was accepted this weekend.
Can Labor win back the seat of Mount Gambier? You haven't held it since 1975.
I think looking at it, Labor's held it twice, and independent people have held it twice, and the Liberal Party have held it once. At the last federal election, it showed, if you look at figures just for the Mount Gambier seat out of the whole seat of Barker, it shows that we only need a swing of 2.2 to take this seat from the Liberals. It's hard to use the figures when there has been a strong independent candidate at the state election, so that's why we're looking at these figures from the federal election. And if we look at the federal election figures again, the 5 main polling booths in Mount Gambier, we actually won on a two-party preferred 51 to 49%. So I'm quietly confident that the people are ready to have a strong Labor voice from this region again.
So there's some speculation from a few different people within the seat of Mount Gambier saying that Labor would put forward a candidate simply to ensure that the Liberals don't win the seat. So in other words, maybe flow preferences to an independent. Is there any truth in that?
Tim, I don't go into any race to come third or second. If I enter a competition, I will try my hardest to win. I will try by fair means, but people who know me know my determination, and I'm not in there to make up the numbers. I'm there to be the Labor Party member in Parliament.
So, Viv Maher, what are the priorities for the Labor Party in the seat of Mount Gambier?
I want to see the programs that Labor are developing and presenting to this area continue, particularly in the areas of education. I want Mount Gambier to be an area of excellence in education. This year, there is a children's centre opening at Mulga Street. We're one of 20 centres in South Australia that 38 million is being put into. And this is a recognition of the importance of the early experience children have. So this will be a centre that's for 0 to 8-year-old children and their parents. So that's one example. The trade schools, the work skills centre being based at Grant will be another example of where we're working towards the excellence in education, and Grant is one of 12 or 20. Grant is high school is one of the 20 of these centres where we'll be looking at the trade schools for the future programs that aren't just in the normal trade areas. We're also looking at childcare and disability services and aged care, as well as the transport, building and construction, and all that goes into the agribusiness. So this will be, it's all very well to put up the leaving age to 17 for school leavers, but you need to match it by the opportunities for these young people at school to pursue work careers, to start their trade training while they're still at school. And finally, I'm excited about what's being offered at TAFE and at the university. I'm one of the people that teach there, It's exciting to see that the nursing degree and the social work degree particularly have already graduates from the Mount Gambier campus operating and working in the community. I want to see this to continue and to expand, hopefully in areas of teaching and perhaps engineering, but there's certainly scope there.
Viv Maher, will we see some specific promises for the seat of Mount Gambier from the Labor Party in this election? For example, the Liberals have already reinstated their pledge to put a dual-laned highway all the way out to the airport. Will we see commitments from Labor like that throughout this campaign? Because there has been a lot made, particularly by the Liberal Party, saying that Labor is focused on city electorates. So is there some money? Is there a war chest there for Labor to make some specific commitments?
I think that it will be the continuation of programs that are there. I've mentioned in education 2 programs that will be up and running this year. The Children's Centre and the Trade Schools for the Future program at Grant High School. There will be continuation of money and services spent in health and in the whole area of health. At the Mount Gambier Hospital, we see much more local specialists. We see the new intern program there. We've seen over $3 million spent in the RAND time and capital works and new equipment. So I'm not into making promises that are just vote-grabbing promises. What I'm promising is that this region will have a strong voice and the services that are being delivered on an ongoing basis